Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from Ncaa, and looking at this matchup versus Stanford, I mean, they have a weapon of a quarterback. Look at this guy. He's got 86 speed, 94 excel, 94 agility, so he can run the ball, and then he can throw the ball. Look at that, 87 throw power, 96 throw accuracy. So this guy is about to be pinpoint accurate. If you look at his stats this season, he's thrown for 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, but he's only a sophomore, so they are going to be set up in the future for sure to win. And looking at their running back position, I mean, it gets a little better too. I mean, look at this running attack they have. They have Dorian Maddox as their backup, and their starter, Cameron Scarlett, he's a senior, but he's rushed for 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, so he's having a beastie year. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, this guy is really good. I mean, he's definitely somebody we got to look out for. He's got 83 speed, so maybe he's not going to be a burner too much, but he is a power back, so we are going to have to watch out for him for sure. But I am worried about containing Mills. I mean, if he's this good as a sophomore, just imagine he's going to be 99 overall for sure by his senior season. May get there maybe this offseason when he trains, but we got a lot to look out for in this game. And on the defensive end, let's look at their star player, Tahul. So Casey Tahul, I mean, he's got 82 tackles to be exact, 4 sacks. He leads the team with 2 picks. He's only 85 overall, so I mean, but he's still balling out. 93 pursuit. He's got 96 hit power, so he might be forcing some fumbles. He's a senior, and he's a big guy, 6'4", 250. So man, we got a handful on both sides of the ball. So let's hop into this game. We got to watch out for all these playmakers. I mean, it's going to be a handful. It's going to be a good game. It should be a good game. Hopefully we keep it competitive. So let's hop into this. Number 13 versus number 11. Let's go. So Stanford starting out this game with the ball. Mills at quarterback on the first possession, trying to roll out a little bit, get out of the pocket, but big Todd Williams there for the first sack of the game. So facing a 3rd and 10 on the first drive, sending Paul Miller on the blitz, and Paul Miller gets to him. He breaks the tackle, but Todd Williams is there to pick it up. So 2 straight sacks for the freshman All-American. So now we get the ball back on our first possession, and we got to get Alex Brown involved. And this is the first game where Ashton Cohen is fully healthy. He's not questionable. He's not probable. He's fully healthy up to this point. So here we go, starting it out, running over a fake jet sweep, and look at that throw off the back foot, finding Eddie McCray, and the defender could not deflect it in time. Look at that throw. I mean, straight off his back foot, right on the money. And that is gonna be a miracle throw here on the first possession of the Marquette Bowl game in the Alamo Bowl. So here we go, back out on defense. Remember, Scarlett, he's a power back, so we know we can contain him between or outside the numbers, so we gotta stop him between the numbers. So here we go, they're back on offense, finding St. Brown that time as Mills. So now facing a 1st and 10, there he goes, getting between the numbers. And you know what's funny is that, man, this run blocking, they have a conservative play call, and it's kind of hard to control. I mean, honestly, because my D-line isn't great. Remember, Todd Williams is only 68 overall. He's not overpowering by any stretch, but they just nickel and dime us up the field. Mills is perfect on this drive, 3 for 3 with a touchdown up to this point, and that's going to tie the game up at 7. So we take over on our second possession, giving the ball to Alex Brown. He's got to get going, and that's one thing about these sliders. It takes a little bit to get going. I think that's the Heisman difficulty as a whole. It takes a little bit to get going as a running back. So here we go, 2nd and 10, a minute left in this first quarter. Rolling out right, Cohen throws the ball to Jamel Cooley, but he drops it. He takes a big hit and drops it that time. So now we're facing a 3rd and 10. Cohen's going to have a clean pocket, roll out to the right. Pass rush comes in, but Jamel Cooley gets the ball, but he gets smacked, and he fumbles the ball away, and that's going to be the first turnover in this game. Robinson, I don't even know if he had possessions. I don't know if he made a football move on that one. It didn't even look like he had full possession, but somehow they come up with the ball, and the refs ruled a fumble. So on the next possession, first play, Scarlett Great run blocking on that one. Missed tackle by Cohen, but Cameron Scarlett runs in for the 37-yard touchdown run, and now it's a 14-7 game. And here is Alex Brown getting the counter play to the outside, getting to about the 45-yard line for the first down, and that's 5 carries for 35 yards so far in this first quarter. But on a 1st and 10, rolling out right, Cohen is going to throw across the field this time. Find Andy McCray. He's going to break a tackle and get across the first down marker, but Ashton Cohen actually gets shaken up. He comes out for a play, but he's back in right away to start the second quarter, and here he is giving it to Alex Brown. So facing a 3rd and 5 inside the red zone, and look at that. He overthrows Eddie McCray, and this Stanford defense forces 2 turnovers early in this game. That's right to the defender. And here is Stanford taking back over on offense. They have the conservative play call, but this time they find Mills open, or they find Smith open. Mills does, and that's going to be a first down. So facing a 1st and 10, going under center, and that's the thing. We got to contain this run, but when he goes under center like that, I'm thinking he's going to run the ball, but oftentimes he passed the ball. But here he is once again on 3rd and 13. He gets the spot on that, so they move the chains. So now facing another 3rd and 4. Mills running out. This time Lewis Parker stops him for the first down, so they have a 4th down. And they have conservative play calling, but they elect to go for it. We send a blitz, and Lewis Parker gets in for that hit on the quarterback, and that causes the errant throw. Look at that hit. Nice hit that time by Lewis Parker, causing the turnover. 2 straight plays by the All-American, and we take back over 2nd and 7. 3 minutes left in this half, and here is Cohen with another pinpoint throw, this time to Eddie McCray. And this is his last game of his collegiate career, so you know he's going to show up. So rolling out this time on a 2nd and 10. He's going to find a running lane. Doesn't use his legs too much to pick up yardage, but this time he does. So now facing a 2nd and 10, 2.5 minutes left. Alex Brown rolls out, motions out, and we try to get him the ball, but Ashton Cohen does not throw it on target. Maybe the defender made a great play on that one, but that's going to be the 3rd turnover, and Branch runs it in for the pick 6. So it is a 21-7 deficit for this Marquette team, and after a penalty on the kickoff, we had to start the next drive out with some horrible field position. So now here's Cohen rolling out to the right, this time finding Herman Rogers. So facing a 2nd and 3 this time, 2 minutes left in this half, and Jimmy Ward coughs up the ball, but luckily our guard is there to pick up the ball. So man, that could have been disaster. Another turnover before half. So now a 1.5 minutes left in this half, and on the next play, Jamel Cooley coughs it up one more time. And man, 2 fumbles on this drive. The second one is costly. We lose the ball, and Jamel Cooley, 2 early mistakes, fumbling the ball. He's had fumbling issues kind of all year. And here is the Stanford offense back out on the field, and Josh Dunbar almost has an opportunity to get the ball back, but we allow the Heisman Cheese to get the ball for another chance. But Lewis Parker once again making another play. This time he gets a rare interception, and I think that's actually his first interception of this season, and he comes up with the clutch one this time. So now a minute left in this half, and Brad Berry is in, because if you look at what happened on that interception, Ashton Cohen got blocked on the return, and somehow he got hurt. And you know what? He's actually out for the game with a bruised sternum. So we do have to give the ball back to Stanford. And after a big return, they get some nice field position. And this time, Mills is going to find his receiver, St. Brown, once again. Osiris St. Brown burning Anthony Jeter. And that's going to be a 3-score lead going into half. But we have about 40 seconds left to drive down the field. We need to make up this deficit somehow, and here is Christopher Rubright getting the out route this time, getting up to about the 40-yard line. So facing a 1st and 10, 30 seconds left now. Jamel Cooley, I'm not throwing the ball to him over the middle. I don't trust him right now in this game to hold on to the ball, but Christopher Rubright getting the ball. That's what he's there for, getting the ball with his big body over the middle, holding on. And here's Jamel Cooley who I try to get down that time, and he breaks the tackle, almost breaks the tackle, but he gets the 16-yard reception. So now 7 seconds left in this half, trying to throw the ball to Jackson Lundahl, and Bradbury, he just does not have the accuracy that Cohen has, and I was looking for him to throw it over the top there, but he kind of underthrows it, throws it to the, man, he throws it to the outside corner. That was a horrible throw. So we go into half, and luckily we start out the half with the ball because, man, if we were to give them the ball at half, this game would probably be over, but there's plenty of time left. We have one possession. We have the first possession to start the second half, but here we are getting Jamel Cooley the ball on the outside. He's definitely showing up in this game as far as route running wise, but he's got to hold on to the ball, and here is Bradbury showing some inaccuracy early. That was a missed opportunity that time. So going forward on a 4th and 10, this time Jamel Cooley holds onto the ball, taking a big hit. How is he holding on to that one, but he fumbles the other two? I don't understand. So here we are getting past the 50-yard line, getting the ball to Herman Rogers, getting close to about the 25, so facing a 2nd and 10. This time Bradbury, man, that was a horrible throw on that one. Luckily, it wasn't picked off. So now facing a 3rd and 10, throwing to the outside, Mr. Reliable Eddie McCray with that 99 catching. He holds on to the ball. So Alex Brown, when we get into inside the 5, he takes advantage, gets in for the touchdown, and Alex Brown continues his magical season. And I think that touchdown actually sets the school record for rushing touchdowns in a season, so congrats to him. But we got some work to do in this game, especially on defense. This time sending a blitz on 3rd down, overloading the right side, and sending Paul Miller that 96 speed. He's hard to contain, I'm telling you, and he's such a weapon when blitzing him with that speed. And here is Kevin Oliver back out on offense, getting the reception. So now 3 minutes left in this 3rd quarter, plenty of time still, trying to get the ball this time to Herman Rogers, but Bradbury overthrows him, so we have to go for his 4th down. We got to take risks, and this time Jackson Lundahl gets open once again on the slant route. They forget to cover him in the slot, so now facing a 3rd and 3 inside about the 30-yard line, and this time Jimmy Ward holds on to the ball because remember, he fumbled earlier too, so I'm kind of, holding back, giving the ball to him as much, letting Alex Brown get his carries. But here's Herman Rogers. What a weapon he is coming off the bench. He can still get it done like a starter. But here's Jamel Cooley finally getting into the end zone for the touchdown. But look, there's a flag on the play, and this one's coming back, so we have to redo this one. So now facing a 3rd and goal after a couple plays, moving the ball, running the ball, and Alex Brown caps it off, gets in for the touchdown, and that is gonna be a 1-touchdown lead. We trim the lead down in this second half, and we're not even at the 4th quarter yet, but they have a running game here. They're giving the ball to Cameron Scarlett, and he's getting the 8-yard carry at that time. So now facing a 3rd and 4, this time throwing the ball to his receiver on the out, but Stewart cannot pick up the 1st down. Mills keeps the ball in front of the 1st down, and that's kind of a mistake because now he's giving us a chance to get back into this game, and Kevin Oliver getting open that time for the 16-yard reception. So now 6 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Alex Brown continuing to do work up the middle that time, getting an 8-yard carry. So now a 2nd and 2. We just got to milk this clock. We got to move the balls too. We got to put together these methodical drives, because remember when we were down 3 scores, we kind of had to throw the ball in each possession. But now we can kind of have a balanced drive. So now we're facing a 3rd and 8, this time finding Jackson Lundahl, and he gets the 1st down for the 10-yard reception. Clutch 3rd down throw that time by Bradbury. So now 1st and 5, 5 minutes left, and Alex Brown just gets laid out. So now we have to try to run the ball one more time, but Alex Brown stopped on the 5-yard loss that time. So now facing a 3rd and 11, a crucial one, 4 minutes left, and Bradbury's going to roll outright, but he's going to find his man, Kevin Oliver, the route running. I mean, he is just clutch in the slot, but that time he's on the outside, and he beats the outside corner. He's got that high route running. He's got like 87 route running as a true freshman. And here's Alex Brown capping off that long, methodical drive, but we get in, and that is going to be whoa. I mean, what a comeback it's been for this Marquette offense, but we do have some work to do on defense. Because remember, they do have Mills, and remember, he has those throwing attributes. I mean, he is a straight monster, and here he is getting it to Donald Stewart. He hasn't thrown the ball too much. It's been a lot of conservative play call, but I'm afraid of them now because of their aggressive play call. But he makes one mistake. Mills throws to his tight end Smith on that one, but look at this cheese. Vince Cohen has an interception in his hands, but somehow Smith comes up with it, so the drive stays alive. And you know the rules. If you keep letting the Heisman cheese in, they will eventually knock you down. But here is Mills giving the ball to Scarlett on a carry up the middle for 2 yards, but facing a 2nd and 8. Mills is going to have a clean pocket this time, but try to roll out, and that's going to prove to be a mistake. LaRue Wiley is there for the cleanup. So facing a 3rd and 11, they run a 4 verticals, and I'm afraid of this play because my guys are getting beat all game, but this time Josh Dunbar, he's finally making a play after a few games of not doing anything and getting burnt. He finally makes a play. So now there's a minute left in this game, and they're sending a blitz on that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to go to overtime because they're stopping us. They stopped Alex Brown on that one. So now facing a 3rd and 12, I milked the clock down to 30 seconds, trying to just get it to overtime because I feel like that's the safe route. But Kevin Oliver, with a clutch juke on that one, picks up the 1st down, and there is 20 seconds left. So I'm like, man, I just got to go for it. It's a bowl game. You got to go for it. And here's Christopher Rubright, the big-bodied tight end, getting a 1st down that time. So now 17 seconds left, and there's Rubright. He's getting open. He's showing that he can run routes like Ben Miller. And now we're close to field goal range. I mean, we're just getting out of it. And look at that. What a nice tackle that time by the linebacker. So now we got to move the ball a little bit forward. And Alex Brown finds a crease and gets in for the 3rd down try. But now it's an attemptable field goal, and it goes through with 1 second left. The comeback is not over yet. We had to squib it to them, but we do tackle them. So the comeback is complete. We overcome a 3-score deficit and capture the bowl victory. And man, what a game that was from start to finish. And Alex Brown, 3 touchdowns on the game, and those are some hard fought yards in that game. I mean, of all my guys, the receivers, Kevin Oliver goes over 100 yards, Eddie McCray goes over 100 yards, Jamel Cooley, even though he fumbles twice, he still comes up with some pretty good catches, 7 receptions, 82 yards. But man, the MVP of this game has got to be Lewis Parker. I mean, a crucial hit on a quarterback trying to get the ball away. He didn't come up with any sacks, but just those clutch plays. I mean, those were some clutch plays that he was coming up with on the defensive side. He's defensive MVP, but I'm going to give an offensive MVP to Kevin Oliver. I mean, that juke move on that 3rd down catch kept the drive alive and set up a game winner. And man, I mean, what a game. I mean, we had so many more yards than them. Look at their offense, 277 total yards to 528 for us. But look at this, 3rd downs, 8 of 13. They were 3 for 8. That conservative play call came back to haunt them, and we were 2 for 2 on 4th down. I mean, we dominated when it mattered. 3rd down, 4th down, whatever the situation, we dominated. And I mean, wow. I mean, what a game defensively in the 2nd half. We shut them out. I mean, what a great game. I mean, my hat goes off to all the seniors. What a hard-fought season it's been. And to have to come and play Stanford, a team that was number 2 the whole year, and defeat them in the bowl game, I mean, I got to give it up to my players. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We're going into the offseason. We got a bunch of positions to replace, seniors leaving, but it's going to be a tough task, but we got to get it done. So let's see how this offseason goes. So stay tuned. Let's go.